Hello kids, today we are going to start our chapter Lost at the Sea. So let's quickly warm up. Have you ever been lost? Where were you lost? In Mela, in sports match, in new place? What did you do? Who helped you and how did you feel? Kids, when we are lost somewhere, how do we feel? And who helped us? Or how we overcome from that feeling? So, let's study about this chapter. And in this chapter, Jim Hawkins shares an incredible adventure of his where he was lost near the sea and how he overcome from the feeling of being lost and what he had done. Basically, he shared his journey. So, let's read this his adventure. The story of Jim Hawkins' incredible adventure, his voyage in the ship Hispaniola. Voyage means a long journey involves the travel by the ship. Voyage means a long journey which involves the travel by a ship. Okay. Tough encounter. Encounter means meeting someone unexpectedly with pirates. Pirates are basically a person who attacks, robs the ship. Okay. Followed by his journey home with his share of gold. Jim Hawkins was having some gold, a share of gold, and he encountered pirates. Okay, and it includes the journey of his ship, that is Hispaniola. Okay, kids, so let's begin. I awoke hour later with a throbbing head. Jim Hawkins awoke hour later with a throbbing head means pain in his head. The bobbing boat was not far from the shore and the sun shone brightly. His boat was not very far from the seashore and the sun was shining very brightly. Bobbing means moving boat. Okay. Suddenly, a huge wave toppled the boat over. Suddenly, a huge wave of the sea toppled means overcome over his boat. Okay, I realized that I had lost control over and it could be lost at the Hispaniola Sea forever. Now he's saying when a huge wave toppled his boat, he lost his control and he felt that he might be lost at this sea, that is Hispaniola, forever. I saw a Hispanic ship drifting my way at a distance. When his boat was toppled by the wave, he saw a huge giant ship, that is Hispanic, was coming way at the distance. I had to get on board and take a charge. Just to save his boat, he has to take a charge to move away his boat. Before a long shadow reared up beside me, I sprang up. What happened? A huge long shadow of the ship came near his boat and he sprang up. He was very much hopeless. Okay, just in time to see my little boat got smashed into the little pieces. Then he saw that what Hispanic did is that he smashed his boat into the little tiny pieces. Okay, with all my strength, I clambered along the mast as the ship rocked and rolled. As his boat was smashed into the pieces by a Spanish ship, what he did just to reach his home safely with the share of gold, he clambered at the ship that was rocked and rolled, means moving ship. He tried to climb over the ship. Clambered means climb. I swung down into the deck. I moved into the deck. Swung means moved into. Deck means a place inside the ship. A deck is basically a place inside the ship. He swung down into the ship. It seemed strangely quiet. He saw that inside the ship everywhere where there was quiet. I spied two pirates lying in the blood of corner. He saw secretly. Spied means looking without being noticed, or you can say that looking secretly. He saw that two pirates were lying in the blood of corner. One was dead, but other groaned. One was dead, but other was groaning. Okay, and looked up. He looked up. He saw that it was Israel Hans, a friend John Silver, the pirate chief. The pirate that was groaning, he was John Silver, the pirate chief, the head of the chief. I have come to take the ship to the Captain Smollett, said I. Jim Hawkins said to pirate that I have come here to take the ship to the Captain Smollett, said I. Hans smiled slyly. The hands of the John Silver, they shake their hands with each other, and Hans smiled slyly means cleverly. Okay. I'll help you to sail to island. John Silver said that don't worry, I'll help you out. He offered a help to Jim Hawkins. Before we sailed away, I heard a shuffling sound, an unusual sound, and quite you can say that unusual sound he heard. I whirled around to see, just to see where the sound is coming from. I whirled around means moved around, means turned around 360, hands clutching a dagger and ready to strike. He saw that the pirate John Silver was having a dagger, that is a knife, and he was ready to strike at him. I skipped away quickly. He ran away from that place. Then he tried to fire one of the pistols that were lying there. Just to save his life, he tried to fire him. There was only one, a dull click. He couldn't fire him. Desperately, I scrambled up the ropes. He scrambled means moved quickly at the ropes, climbing higher and higher at the ship. Just to save his life, he was moving quickly and with the help of the ropes above the ship. Okay, glancing down, when he looked downwards, I saw the hands in close pursuit. He saw that the hands were quite close to him. I paused to reload my pistols. Hans then hurled his dagger. He tried to reload his pistol just to shoot the pirate. Hans then hurled his dagger. I felt a searing pain in the shoulder and shot. The dagger was hit in his shoulder and he was feeling a searing pain, means tearing pain, acute pain in his shoulder because dagger was drugged in his shoulder by the pirate. Both the pistols went off. Hans screamed and dropped into the sea. Now, the pistol was dropped into the sea. I was stunned. He was shocked. As pirate has dragged the knife in the shoulder, pirate thought that Jim Hawkins has died, but that was not true. Just to save his life, pirate ran away from that place and he threw his pistol in the sea. With a thumping heart and the tearing pain, I climbed down and swam ashore. With a thumping heart means with a scary heart and tearing pain, acute pain, he climbed down out of the sea and swam ashore. And he swam ashore. I had escaped. He had escaped from that ship. Hispaniola had been freed. Now Hispaniola had been freed because pirates were no more. I set off across the island to find my friend Captain Smollett, and he set across of the island just to reach to his friend, that is Captain Smollett. Finally, I reached Lock Fort and crept inside. Finally, he reached at the place. Lock Fort means a big place. Crept means moving slowly. Stumbling in the dark. Stumbling means without being noticed, he fell down. I heard a weird voice shriek, "Piece of it." It was parrot. Okay, now what happened? He heard a voice of a parrot, "A piece of it." I tried to run, but someone grabbed me and held up light. Long John Silver, the pirate, had me captive now. Now he was remembering the whole incident and he was telling to his friend that that pirate has captive now, he has captured him and all that. At the end, he realized I never did go back to the treasure island. But sometimes in my dreams, I hear the waves on the island or Long John's parrot squawking, "Pieces of it, pieces of it." Now he is saying that whenever I recall that incident, I felt so scared and I promise I will never go back to the treasure island. And sometimes I hear those waves on the sand or the Long John's parrot. Long John was having a parrot. Squawking means speaking, sound that is made by parrot. Pieces of it, pieces of it. See kids, this is a journey of Jim Hawkins where he shared with us. He showed courage and strength and faced all the problems where he was lost. Same as with our life, we should face all the problems with courage and strength. I hope the chapter is clear to you. If you face any queries, do ask me. The difficult words, I'll share it with you today. Thank you, kids.